Happy Monday, V-Team. Thank you for joining us on Up to Speed Live. I'm sure many of you are still feeling the energy and excitement from last week's big 5G announcements. Great news to set us up for a strong fourth quarter, but let's not forget to look back at the third quarter so we can finish the year even stronger. We are just 2 days away from earnings day, and for Wednesday's earnings webcast, we've got a little something special for our most dedicated viewers. So let's take the slide there. Join us this Wednesday, October 21st, for the 3Q20 earnings webcast, where we will be live with Hans and our leadership team, of course. Tune in then to find out how you can win a new Samsung Galaxy Note 20 5G. Now, some of you might think, well, what are my odds of winning that phone? Well, we're not just giving away one, not two, we're giving out 10 new Samsung Galaxy Note 20 5G phones. So all you have to do is watch this Wednesday. Not that a phone should get you to watch this important leadership meeting. So we will all see you on Wednesday to watch our earnings webcast. We've also have an exciting acquisition to tell you about today. So let's take the next slide. Bluegrass Cellular. Today we've signed an agreement to acquire certain assets of Bluegrass Cellular, a rural wireless operator serving central Kentucky. Bluegrass Cellular provides wireless service to 210,000 customers in 34 counties in rural central Kentucky. We expect the transaction to close late this year or early next year. To our Bluegrass customers and employees, welcome to the V-Team. It is a Cyber Monday kind of episode today, and no, we are not online shopping, at least not yet. We are dedicating this Monday edition of Up to Speed to cybersecurity, as October happens to be Cybersecurity Awareness Month. And you may have learned recently we have a new Chief Information Security Officer, or CISO for short, and we are thrilled to have her join us live on Up to Speed today. Please join me in welcoming Nasrin Rezai to our show and to our V-Team. Nasrin, thank you so much for joining us on Up to Speed today.
Thank you for having me. This is an amazing experience. I'm looking forward to this one.
You know, learning about cybersecurity, learning about you, it's been wonderful to work with your team to make sure that we are all staying cyber safe. But that said, I know a lot of people have questions about the information security team. So we'll start with how you would describe your role as a CISO, as Chief Information Security Officer. What is the CISO tasked with?
So this is a good question. First of all, V-Teamer, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here 9 weeks into the new role, and I'm loving it. I think this is the best time to be at Verizon with all the changes that are happening. But to answer your question, Andy, the CISO function is about processes, policies, kind of in the kind of like the dry version of it, and capabilities to really protect our information assets, our customers' information, and networks. So that's like kind of what we do, a whole bunch of capabilities. But at the end of the day, it's really not about what the CISO does, but it's about how all of us at Verizon think about protection of our information, whether you're an engineer, a network engineer, a software development, somebody who interacts with customers, to set up processes, practices to protect what's so critical to us and to our customers.
And I think with each new day, this idea of keeping that information safe is just more and more important. That said, I know you've had quite the journey through this cybersecurity space. So, of course, today we are getting to know you. So tell us a little bit about your career path and what it was like navigating the path.
Very good. So I've been in the technology sector over 20 years now, most of my life. Did most of my growing up in California. I've been in technology sector, financial sector, industrial with my last job at General Electric, and now, of course, Verizon. I just a little bit on the personal side because you asked for it. I have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl, and so that's kind of life for me. How did I navigate it? To be honest with you, Andy, it was never a design for me to run cyber. But the more I got into it, the more I became enamored with it. Because when you're in cyber, you need to really go horizontally. It's not about the technology you defend. It's not about the data you defend. It's about understanding your business, the interconnectedness, and working across people to ensure it's secure. So you have to be on top of your technology as much as you have to be on top of the business and understanding and connecting the dots. So I came into it almost 14, 15 years ago, and I never left because I love it.
That's great, and we got to see a picture, a slide of your family there. Now, are you at family events always kind of the one that lets folks know about, hey, you should be safe online? Are you that family member, or what's that dynamic like with your family?
My family has been influenced by that. So my oldest son is actually in marketing, but product marketing in cybersecurity. That's the only child I could get excited about. But I would say the rest of my kids are very aware. Because back to the conversation you and I had, Andy, it's especially these days with digital tools and social media, there's a personal responsibility to really make sure that whatever interaction we have on our mobile devices or that we're defending and protecting ourselves. So I think the world has changed a bit. It used to be that cyber professionals worried about this, but now with what we have seen, whether it's incidents or cyber crimes, I think individuals are going, okay, I have a personal responsibility to protect my information. And so that's why the National Cybersecurity Month is month of October. Is actually, the theme is do your part, be cyber smart. And it's everybody's responsibility.
I love that theme. And Nasrin, you mentioned, your cybersecurity career history spans tech, financial, industrial, and I know you've got some great career advice that we'll talk about later in this half hour. And I will tease it the way that you have teased it, that you have some great advice from a TV show character. So there's the tease correct. Right there. There's the tease. So hang on for Nasrin's greatest career advice from a TV show character. But you mentioned Cybersecurity Awareness Month. It's something that we should all really be thinking about, whether it's for business or personal, to be honest with you. But given that it's a time of year to reflect on security, how do you view the role of information security at Verizon, and how does it help enable the business?
So you talked about the Awareness Month. I encourage everybody to go on VZ Web and check out the cyber health program that we put together. Everybody can just kind of check how they think about cyber and how they can help themselves. The number one, we have some good games, and we can talk about later on, and we have prizes too, Andy. So people can get involved and be part of this.
This is what I love about your team, and we briefly spoke on a previous Up to Speed with your team about the cyber health campaign, and talk to us about just the fact that you don't want these cyber messages to feel almost like inaccessible or this sort of gloom and doom. You're trying to make this something that's like a part of our lives every day.
Yeah, 100%. So the gloom and doom exists because we know what not having a good posture can do. But we're as a company very smart. So what I'm trying to do, and my team is trying to do, is humanize it. Because we each can take a part in really understanding what this is, what protection means for me in terms of my interaction on my mobile device. It means what it means in my social media interaction, on my day-to-day when I deal with customers. And I call it humanizing it, right? It's not scary. It's like basic things that once you apply, that you bring all of us up in terms of that kind of cyber quotient. And then the rest of it is stuff we do collectively. You talked about my organization. There are things my organization does jointly with IT and jointly with the networking team to defend the company. So that's the idea. If everybody forgets everything we said, think about cyber as something you do for your life, for your work, that the basic principles that once you apply, you really up-level all of us.
Well, you and your team are creating messages that are unforgettable. And with that in mind, we know so many of our information security teams across the business are making cybersecurity matter to all of us. One of those teams happens to call themselves the Paranoids. They serve the security needs of all of our Verizon Media brands, and they tell some very important stories in very entertaining ways. So here's Verizon Media CISO Sean Zadig to introduce us to his password-savvy team. Let's take that video.
Hi everyone, my name's Sean Zadig and I run a team called the Paranoids. It's our mission to protect Verizon Media's users, employees, and partners' data. But security just isn't our job, it's everyone's. And one of the best ways that you can stop bad guys from accessing our systems or accessing your personal information is through password safety. Let's see how it's done.
All right, time to log into work stuff. Enter password PASSWORD. Can I help you?
You can help yourself. Protecting yourself from phishing is only part of the battle. There are more ways an adversary can try to get your information if they want to get it. Having a strong password is vital.
My password is secure. It starts with a capital P. And it ends in a 1, 2, 3. Am I that easy to read?
Cantaloupe. Caddyshack 2. Pack it up, pack it in.
Let me begin. I can't know when battle me. That's a sin.
Touché.
If possible, a great security step can be use an authorized password manager. That said, when selecting a password for anything, especially something as sensitive as your enterprise password, there are a few guidelines to keep in mind. Only use unique, complex passwords. It shouldn't be something that you've used in the past. It shouldn't contain personal information that's easily found online or be easily guessable. No family names, pet names, no street you grew up on names, not even the name of your favorite, whatever that is.
It's called a didgeridoo?
It's called a didgeridoo. The more people know, the more they can use it against you.
Yeah, but then how can anybody get to know?
My kids don't even know my real name.
But what do they
They
call
call
it?
me Host.
Yeah, but what about your wife?
You mean Mrs. Host? Never met her.
But how do I remember my password if it's both complex and I can't write it down?
Think of it as more of a passphrase than a password. Multiple words strung together with numbers and special characters are easier to remember and harder to guess.
Wow, this was helpful. Thanks.
That was fantastic. Thank you to our Paranoids team and Verizon Media for reminding us to keep password savvy. Nasrin, when you see a video like that, it totally frames up the idea that, you know, this kind of discussion should be fun, should be something we should be talking about. And that's part of what you're trying to do is build that sort of culture of awareness in really innovative ways.
Absolutely, 100%. It's like passwords are the number one way that the bad guys can get through, but don't use simple words. Think of it like, I love that concept of a passphrase. Think of something that happened to you, an event that you can build a statement in your mind that nobody will ever know about it. Turn that into a password. Can't be guessed because it's your sentiment, your emotion, something that happened to you that nobody knows about. Those are really good advice, but in a fun, creative way that just doesn't leave your mind. So remember that, guys.
And for Cybersecurity Awareness Month, you mentioned there's some other fun things coming up that the team's doing. Care to share that with us?
Of course. So again, in addition to cyber health, where you can kind of check yourself out from cyber health perspective, we have what we call cyber escape room. So these are, you can sign up for these escape room where through gaming, you can learn more about cybersecurity and we have prizes. So sign up. Also sign up for a raffle. So we're again back to what you said, Andy. It's gamification. It's really a good way to get people to understand some concept that may seem difficult, but not really. So that's the idea. Sign up for the escape room and sign up for the raffle.
Fantastic. It's probably the only escape room that really right now is running. So we're looking forward to doing that this month. You know, we talk a lot about making sure that our employees are staying cyber aware, but of course, keeping our customers' information safe and secure is a big part of what we do. So for a closer look at that process, let's check in now with Katie Regner. She sat down with Sasha Lucas to learn more about the features of our My Verizon app. So let's take that video.
Recently, we told you about Double Check, one of the processes we have in place to keep customers safe when they're making certain account changes or certain purchases. Well, that's just one of the ways that we're working to keep our customers secure. The My Verizon app is not only the gateway to the Verizon customer experience, but it's also the safest way to interact with Verizon. Joining me today is Sasha Lucas, who leads digital for the Verizon Consumer Group. Sasha, thanks for being here today.
Hey, Katie, thanks for having me. Great to be here and talk about how we're using the app to protect our customers.
As the person leading digital for the Verizon Consumer Group, what are the 3 words you would use to describe the My Verizon app experience?
Safe, simple, and for me.
All right, so let's dive right in. So talk to us about how the app itself is designed with customer safety in mind.
Yeah, overall, our goals in the app are to make sure that we're taking care of customer safety and security and making it sure that it's easy and frictionless for them to use. One of the ways we do this is really at the beginning of their relationship, where the network itself authenticates the customer and is able to do that right in the device. We also leverage biometrics as a tool, which is available, obviously, native in the device to make it easy for customers. They don't have to remember username and passwords, and they're able to access their account as quickly and as seamlessly as possible.
We talk about, digital, and certainly there's lots of things that customers can do on their own via the app, but digital can also help make those interactions they have with real human beings even more secure. What can you tell us about that?
When we talk about digital, it's more than just the website and the app. It's really an enabler to the end-to-end customer experience. I think a great example of that is when customers call the call center today and are able to be authenticated securely with an agent. We are also able to send real-time smart links to the customer so they can use their My Verizon app as a second screen and pass that authentication real time so that the customer doesn't have to repeat themselves. They're safe, they're secure, and they are having a seamless omni-channel experience with us.
So speaking of omni-channel experiences, we've started to hear the term phygital, the idea of the combination of the physical and the digital kind of working together. So how do digital experiences make the in-store, those physical experiences, even more safe, particularly as we still find ourselves in this COVID environment?
We're always looking for new ways to leverage the app as an opportunity for safety and security for our customers and for our employees. Recently, given the situation, as customers walk into the store today, they're able to authenticate themselves via the My Verizon app and leverage the app as a tool to buy things in store in a completely touchless environment.
Tell us, what excites you about the work you and your team are doing?
I think what's most exciting, Katie, is being able to really meet the ever-changing needs of the consumer and the consumer marketplace. In digital, we've been able to move fast and pivot, and really it's been an ultimate team sport across all areas of the business to bring this to life.
All right, Sasha, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate learning a little bit more today about the My Verizon app.
Thanks for having me, Katie.
Katie, thank you for bringing us that conversation. And Nesrin, we'll bring it back over to you when you hear from Sasha talking about the changing needs of our customers. I mean, obviously, more and more people, more and more of our customers, both on the consumer and business side, are asking us to be on the front lines when it comes to providing that security. From your history with cybersecurity, how much of a fever pitch are we reaching when it comes to the demand for keeping information safe?
So what was described to you was like it's a theme that you're hearing across all companies is digital transformation, right? So COVID pushed us into that space even more, and we should recognize, and I think that what the team has described to you is exactly what we're faced with, is that the boundaries of physical and logical, and my experience in the store versus me buying on the web, it's changing drastically. And what they have done is thinking about it end to end. It's no longer about this app being secure, this human being, doing secure practices, but no, assuming that an entire digital interaction needs to be secure and really working through that end to end. And at the end of the day, customers want flexibility, number one. Two, they want to be able to go into the store or digitally, and that end-to-end being a secure experience. And I love what the team has done here. And I'm seeing that a lot. The different parts, whether VCG or VBG and also VMG were creating this digital experiences. And that's the way to go. Transformation, end-to-end, authentication, authorization, and in a seamless fashion, embedded in the very simple customer experience, is how cyber will come to life from a good practices.
It's wonderful. I love the holistic way that we're approaching this. So Nasrin, 9 weeks now, a couple months under your belt. We talked about finishing the fourth quarter strong. So what are your priorities for the remainder of 2020, and what do you hope to accomplish next year?
Oh, very good question. So we have done tremendously across all the business security team that you talked to. Sean would be one example around really continuously building capabilities around protection and detection, whether it's the network space, in the application space, or product space. So we're finishing strong for this year. And next year is about really aligning with some of these digital transformation, expanding our coverage, and last but not least, back to what you and I talked about, more and more people engagement in all roles to kind of grab onto what they own and really making sure that cybersecurity is pervasive across the company. Because at the end of the day, that competitiveness, what we offer to our customers, intersection of best products, best networks, secure end-to-end.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I know over the years you have been a champion for making sure that you support young women in STEM fields. And I wanted to make sure you talk about that, of course, within the prism of what we teased earlier, career advice. And let's start. I know people are on the edge of their seats wanting to know, what kind of career advice did you get from a TV show character? So let's take a moment to talk about sort of your thoughts on not only mentoring our younger women in STEM, but also just advice for anyone looking for that kind of advice.
Yeah. So you asked me what best career advice that I've received, and there are two parts to that. One is the TV character, and I'll come to that in a second. But I think about it, Andy, it's not about a one statement or something that somebody said to you. It has been about who I have emulated and people that I've respected over the course of my career. And I think if I put two things around the definition of those individuals, there's been people who have moral courage in good times and bad times and stand by their people and their authentic leaders. So that's kind of like who I gravitate toward. But the teaser, Andy, it's about a TV character. And the V-teamers may not know this, some of our younger ones. It's a political show called West Wing. And there's a character there by the name of Leo McGarry. And Leo says, if you don't like what they're asking you, don't accept the premise of the question. And so why do I care about that? Because I think as a leader, and as something that I use in mentoring young people, is that a lot of times, especially women, need practice in this. We're told, here's the situation, and then go solve it. And as you grow, especially as a female leader, into your skin and into your leadership capability, if what they're asking you doesn't fit your value system, if you think you need to work through it, you need to answer the question for yourself, don't accept the premise of it. Work through it. And I spend a lot of times with women that I mentor to work through those scenarios. I think men have better practice at that. But younger leaders, female leaders especially, need to work through that. So I always, a lot of times, in difficult times in my career, I always think about Leo McGarry.
And we have quite a few West Wing fans, so that's fantastic advice, and we're just so lucky. The hearts were pumping when you mentioned West Wing, and of course the hearts continue to pop on Twitter and Periscope as you give us such wonderful advice there. As far as folks looking for that career path. So, Nasrin, we're gonna start to wrap up the show here. But before we get back to you for some final thoughts, a quick reminder about annual enrollment for U.S.-based management, West Associates, and U.S. Verizon Media Group. Your annual enrollment actually opens today and goes until October 29th. And since this is a cybersecurity episode, we want to share with you more about a new benefit focused around identity theft. So new for 2021, identity theft monitoring through Allstate Identity Protection will be a part of your Verizon benefits package. So let's take the video for a little more information. So using Allstate Identity Protection, you'll be able to see your digital footprint, get alerts for data breaches that may have impacted you. The service also gives you step-by-step procedures to fix the issues. And if your identity is stolen, identity specialists are available 24/7. So in many ways, it is designed to give you peace of mind. And the $1 million identity theft reimbursement policy that's included means that many of your out-of-pocket costs to restore your identity are covered. So now you don't have to do anything for this benefit, as all U.S. employees will be automatically enrolled effective January 1st, 2021 at no cost. You'll have the option to add dependents at a special rate, and a little bit more about that. At VZ, they will have the option to extend coverage to dependents at a later date. We are still working with our annual enrollment team to set that process up. At VMG, it will appear as an option during your enrollment because the enrollment setup is a little more straightforward than Verizon. So that's something to take a look at. And V-Team, that video snippet you just saw, we will post the full clip on the web next to the replay of this episode, but just wanted to let you know about another great benefit for 2021 as you start your annual enrollment process, which starts today. So take a look at those benefits, team. And with that, let's start wrapping up the show. Nasrin, thank you so much for being a part of our show. It is wonderful getting to know our new CISO and getting to know what the role of our Chief Information Security Officer is all about. Any final thoughts for our V team?
As we're closing, I would say, well, first of all, please take advantage of that identity protection service. That's huge. That's a huge component of your cyber health, right? Kind of getting a view of that outside in and protecting yourself. But again, closing with this being the Cyber Month, I urge everybody to please check on VZ Web, do a test of their cyber health, take part in our escape room, get to know more about this. And again, we're humanizing this. It's all about you and how you protect yourself and ultimately protect the company and our customers. Thank you for the time, Andy. I thoroughly enjoyed spending time with you and the VZ
Thank
team.
you. It's been wonderful, and lots of welcomes and hearts coming your way on Twitter there. And please come back whenever you'd like. We'd love having you. And shout out to our information security team. Nasrin, thank you very much. Thank you for our team on the back end there, putting our show on here. Thank you to our tech team, and of course, thank you for watching, folks. Happy Monday. We will see you back on Wednesday for our earnings webcast. And until next time, you're up to speed.